this ring now. First things first, when I address all you maggots, you sit up straight and you show me some respect. See, in the army, we like to keep ourselves very well known. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rory Shaw. I am the heavy artillery. I am also the security detail for the man I'm about to introduce. But before that, I have a few very strict guidelines for you idiots. There will be no throwing gifts, there will be no touching, no groping, and there will be no photographs without written express consent. Without further ado, allow me to introduce the most handsome man in professional wrestling today, Hugo Harris!
Well, I guess now it becomes clear as to why Rory Shaw came out. Is to introduce Hugo Harris, who also isn't supposed to be on this episode. We're meant to be seeing Ruby Roberts defending her newly won Women's Championship against Tate. Why has Hugo Harris come out to hijack Wrestling Showdown?
Well, despite the championship gold being on the line in this episode, we are being blessed with the addition of Hugo Harris. Let's not call this a hijack. Let's call it what it is. Absolute gift.
I suppose it depends on your perspective whether it's a blessing in disguise or an added bonus. I'm sure to these fans...
there's no disguise needed for Hugo Harris.
I don't know if these fans necessarily call it a bonus, but been making friends as usual, as in none of them. Now, we saw him at Old Year's Fight, of course, beating Mike Musso in a no-holds-barred match thanks to his hired help, Rory Shaw's security detail. Shaw, I thought he was just hired for one night while Hera's out of the country, but apparently he's been hired for another night. He's here this week on Showdown. Look, keeping the fans away from Hugo Harris.
Rory Shaw is no mere mercenary. He is the head of security for the most handsome man in all of British professional wrestling, keeping those peasants back from what they can't afford to touch.
I do wonder why Harris has come out, no doubt to gloat about beating Mike Musso, which he did, but it did take Rory Shaw's interference to do so.
Rory Shaw merely took a bullet for Hugo Harris. There was no interference, he didn't help him, he just absorbed some impact.
Credit where it's due, no holds barred, it was perfect legal.
Shut up! You are disgusting! Look at me, look at you! If I looked like you, I'd go home and cry myself to sleep every night. Hold up my mirror, hold up my mirror. Thank you for the grand introduction and warning these peasants, cretins and creatures of Broxburn the rules that if one of them should even glance for a second too long at the most handsome man in wrestling, they will be quickly escorted off the premises by your good self. That's why I pay you the big bucks. Shut up! Stop, you're cheap! You're disgusting! Who cut your hair? Edward Scissorhands. Right, no, well, to serious business. I'm here tonight to make a challenge to the Wrestling Showdown champion, Iron Drew Marshall, for his Wrestling Showdown championship. But, it's not going to be tonight. No, you see, I'm not going to wrestle for a free show.
Well, he wanted to challenge Iron Drew Marshall, and he's a fighting champion. He's obviously heard enough, just like the rest of us, because there's his music. And Iron Drew, also not scheduled to be on this episode of Showdown, but he's ready to go, it looks like. Title aloft. Harris wanted him, and that's exactly what he's got.
Well, speak for yourself. I could listen to Hugo Harris talk all night long. But What I'd rather see him do is take that championship away from Iron Drew Marshall. But it sounds like he wasn't looking for that fight tonight. Am I understanding that right?
That's what it sounded like. Didn't quite get all the clarity needed because Iron Drew's interrupted him. Because clearly Iron Drew wants to know exactly what's going on. Here on the longest running weekly wrestling show on YouTube, WFL Wrestling Showdown. Apologies for us being slightly thrown off because we were expecting a different match entirely, and then we've had all this happening. But Iron Drew's now in the ring and he wants the microphone.
Well, Rory Shaw's drawing the line there.
Yeah, he certainly is. Let's hear from Iron Drew Marshall.
So, Hugo, you want to go one-on-one with a sexy one?
He's not going one-on-one with himself.
See if that's the case, I can't be bothered talking. Get your stupid ass in this ring right now, and we ring this bell, and we put the belt on the line. What are you looking at, stupid? I'll slap you good looking.
We're gonna do it, but Hugo Harris is pay-per-view, baby. So we're gonna do it to watch online on Hugo Wrestling TV.
Alright, okay, you want to do this on Hooked on Wrestling? That's fine. I'm going to take my jacket off. I'm going to put the mic down, and I'm going to slap him up and down like he's never been slapped before. And you already know I don't talk rubbish. So referee, take this microphone, hand it back to our absolute lovely MC. Right now.
I'm gonna remain at ringside and do a little scouting.
Appear to be getting an impromptu match. Hugo Harris wants a shot at the Wrestling Showdown title, but only wants it on a WFL box office event on Hooked on Wrestling TV. So Iron Drew Marshall is going to face Rory Shaw now, non-title, here on this week's Wrestling Showdown in this unscheduled match, Simon.